friends, I hope you're having an amazing day today. Today I'm so excited to talk to you because I'm going to be talking to you all about going back to school full-time. Yes, I'm presently back in school full-time, so let's get started. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm so curious, how many of you have been with me for how long? Which chapters have you been here for? Have you been here for my first Toronto chapter when I first started my YouTube channel? Did you find me when I was living in Rome? Or did you find me in the past year? I am so curious and I would love to know. I'm gonna start off by letting you guys know what I have gone to school for in the past, because I think this goes to show that you can do absolutely anything with education, and the more that you continue on your journey, you're most importantly learning all about yourself in that process. So when I first, because this is the 5th time I'm going back to school in my 20s. So when I was in school first after high school, I did my undergrad at Vancouver Island University, and I did my degree or my major in sport health and physical education. I did a minor in history and I did a diploma in physical education. After that, I did my postgraduate here in Toronto at George Brown College. And I learned a lot, and as you guys know, that's how I kind of got into corporate marketing, where I worked for about 3.5 years, and that's when I first started my YouTube channel, was in that chapter. After that, I just realized it wasn't for me and I had to follow my heart and move to Rome, Italy. And when I was in Rome, I took Italian lessons, Italian classes. That was how I was able to stay there for so long, was because I was on a student visa, taking full-time Italian classes. And after that, I moved back to Toronto, and that's when I started at IPAC, the Institute of Professional Excellence in Coaching, where I have now become a certified life coach and have various certifications to go along with that, which was such a life-changing and incredible journey. If any of you guys are interested in becoming a life coach, I can set you up with an admissions coach who can answer all of your questions. Just shoot me an email, it's always down below, and I can get you an interview there if you're curious about the program. I had a couple interviews before entering into the program because I, had 1,000,001 questions and they answered them all because they're so generous. And so after completing that, which I've just finished up all my requirements now in quarantine mode, so this had me thinking a lot more about what am I going to do next, because I'm doing very well in my coaching practice. I have such incredible people that I am working with, and I'm so grateful to just attract the most amazing clients. And I realized, what do I want to do to better myself now? I've just completed this life coaching program where I worked so much on myself. What would be the next step for me? What would be the next step for Zoe in life? Like, what are the skills that I want to develop, and who do I want to become? I actually use the Visionary process, which Visionary is a recent course that I launched about putting yourself into the future and reverse engineering that future version of yourself. So I actually applied and got accepted to Toronto Film School. So I'm presently in film school, and I'm in film school here in Toronto. Zoom classes right now, of course, but for acting for film and television. Acting is always something I've been interested in, but I actually never felt like I was at that level where I was able to just not care what other people think of me. And I know that's something that all of us will always have to deal with, but to a certain extent, being on YouTube for as many years as I have, just following the path that I have, following this out of society's norm path of being a YouTuber and pursuing other endeavors, making money online, being a digital nomad, I've really developed a thick skin to this point where I feel confident in myself, and I feel confident in my choices, my endeavors, and who I am as a person. And so I felt like this is the perfect time to finally pursue something fun for myself. There are many different things that I want to pursue in the future. Like, I definitely want to do yoga teacher training at some point. I definitely want to be certified in hypnotherapy at some point. But it was time for me to really do something for me, to really have fun. I spent the last 1.5 years really gutting my own self through the life coaching program, which is such a beautiful process in its own, because you have to learn how to fully navigate yourself, then to fully empower people to do the same in their own lives. So I've done a lot of inner work, a lot of self-awareness work. So in doing that, like I said, I've kind of found myself in this place where I don't care what people think. I want to do what I want to do now. So I applied to film school. I actually got put in for the July start, which I was actually intending for an October start. But yeah, the director was very impressed with my application and offered me if I wanted a spot in the July program. So I'm starting now because why wait? When you know what you want to do, you don't really need to wait anymore. So again, why acting for film and television? So I told you guys I've kind of got myself to this point where I don't care what people think about me, and I want to do something fun for myself. I wanted to give myself the gift of doing something fun because, as you know, I've worked so hard to develop this time, space, freedom lifestyle, and I did that so that I could do things that were fun for me. I could spend more of the time in my life doing things that were inspiring to me, providing me learning opportunities, and yeah, just allow me to become fulfilled in my life and get to know myself better. So that's why I entered into this program, was because I've given myself the gift of time, space, freedom, and this is what I wanted to do with it. There's many different intentions I have around being able to develop my personal awareness, my body awareness especially. Something that we do in life coaching is we learn all about energy. So I'm certified in core energy coaching. So we coach and transform energy within people. And through this program, I realized that I worked through a lot of my shadow self, as I've definitely shared in some of the videos on YouTube. But I realized that I'm definitely someone who always gravitates towards more positive feeling emotions, but I know that sometimes the not so pleasant emotions need to be felt too. And we learn all about different energies and being able to tap into different energies at all times. Every single one of us has the conscious ability to experience any type of emotion that we desire at any point in time. So being someone who transforms energy for other people and who can transform energy within myself, to a certain extent, I still will always have a life coach. But I wanted to be able to really tap into each one of those different emotions on command, be able to elicit an emotion in my body, and to be able to provide a powerful message sharing, storytelling experience to other people through being able to access and transform my own energy. So that sounds very exciting to me. It sounds like becoming the master of my own mind, my own body, my emotions. I like to be the guinea pig of certain things in my life. So yeah, that was one big draw for me. The other draw is because I love to share my life with you on YouTube, and I love to share my journey with you and have that unfold. And I always want to be becoming a better person each day and bettering my skills. And one skill that I really wanted to work on was my ability to deliver messages to people on larger scales. Through this journey on YouTube, I have had public speaking opportunities where I did find myself very nervous, and nervous in the sense that I didn't know if I was fully prepared to be in the position that I was in. So I wanted to pursue acting so that I would be able to deliver myself in a much more energetic way, a much more eloquent way with my voice. And one of my classes is actually learning how to do all different accents, so I'm super excited about that too. It's just going to be a lot of fun. But I wanted to be able to deliver to my audience on YouTube, be able to deliver to people on a much larger scale for public speaking opportunities, and just feel all the more confident in that, knowing that I have the skills and the ability to do so. So yeah, that was one big draw for me. Another draw is I've always been interested in being or becoming an actress. It was something that, you know, I would always get my dad to film videos of me when I was little, like little skits that I would put on, and me and my cousin would always do dance numbers in front of our family and rehearse things. I've always loved to just put on a show and entertain, and so this is what brought me to this opportunity as well, because this is and will unfold to be the manifestation of another dream. I'm always thinking about what it is that I desire in my life, and this would be something that would be amazing. I mean, I'm gonna set this into its motion now, because there is Netflix studios in Toronto. If I got the opportunity to be on something on Netflix, that would be so awesome. That would be the manifestation of another dream. To be able to become a character and deliver that in such a storytelling, big, meaningful way on the big screen, how much fun would that be? So yeah, there are my reasons for choosing to going back to school now. I will always be a lifelong learner. I will always be challenging myself and putting myself through different education, because through education we have empowerment. Just as I mentioned in that small example of me desiring to be more eloquent, being able to deliver to large groups of people in a more energetic, eloquent way, this is a desire for me to educate myself to become more empowered in those situations. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for following along this journey and for all of your love and support. And yeah, I actually had you guys try to guess on Instagram what I was taking in school, and no one guessed acting, but it's interesting because over quarantine mode, I got a TikTok account. I've been posting funny little skits and videos and things on TikTok, dubbing videos and stuff like that, and a lot of you were like, Zoe, you would be an amazing actress. And so thank you for just leading me to this path as well, because you all had a part in this process for me too. So sending you so much love and all the abundance, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.